The menu bar at the top has several options. We'll start with the File option. By clicking File, we can see that we can switch users. The Switch User feature is for a terminal that is out in the showroom and multiple users will be coming up to view or research inventory. Since you want to track if anybody makes a change or does anything on the system, you can hit the F12 key and it will pop up and say, enter your username and password. Or you can go to the File and click Switch User. We suggest that after you have done your research or displayed any information for your customer, hit the F12 key so it automatically will log you out and will be waiting for the next person to come up and use the inventory control system. If you're going to add a new unit and want to copy the information from an existing unit, you can use the Copy From function. First, click Add. It brings up a new unit screen. Go File, Copy From, type in the stock number you wish to copy, and hit OK. And the system will copy the majority of the information from the selected vehicle that you copied from. You'll need to enter in the VIN number, type, and status, and then any other pertinent information. The system will even copy accessories, so you need to check that tab and make sure that the accessories that were on the previous unit are still applicable to this new unit. Once that is done, you can hit the Save button and move on. Under the File menu, there's an option for Printer Setup. This is where you can set up which printer you want information to print to when you're logged in. Please consult with your Systems 2000 support representative before making any modifications to these settings. Under the File, you can also do a print screen. So if you have information that is listed on this screen that you want to give to a customer or just do a printout for quick reference, go to File, click the Print Screen button, and that screen will appear on your printer. The View option on the menu bar allows us to modify our accessory codes. The accessory codes allow us just to type in a code number and have it automatically pre-fill the information on the Accessories tab. To add a new accessory, click the Add Accessories Code button here at the bottom. It adds you to a blank line, and when you type in the information and then hit OK to save it, it will be available on the drop-down. It is important to understand that this is not adding a code to a specific unit. It is adding a code to an accessories file that will then be applied when you go into the accessories and want to hit the drop-down listing for those accessory codes that were pre-filled. To modify your vehicle statuses, go to View, Modify, and click the Vehicle Statuses function. This is where you can add your own statuses by clicking the Add Status, or you can go back and modify the status field that you have already listed. You can even change the color to colors that are more effective for your dealership. What's important to understand are the two check boxes to the right of the color, the Trade Default and the Sold Default. What you're doing is telling the F&I system that when a trade-in comes in, what status do you want applied to that unit? And then when the F&I system sells a unit and closes the deal out, what status do you want applied to the sold unit? Under View, Modify, you have Make and Model Pick Lists. If you remember these Make and Model Pick Lists that we have up here in the header, this is where we set them up. And again, by setting up the Make and Model Pick List, you eliminate many typing and spelling errors when inputting vehicles. It also allows you to preset GL account numbers. These GL account numbers are very important. If the wrong GL account number is assigned to a unit, it then affects the accounting each time that an internal is posted to the unit or the vehicle is sold. Further to the right, as we slide the bar, you can see other options that we have for setting it up by the make and model. You can set up your markup percentage, your cost lines, your pack amounts and your pack percentages, whether or not you want that unit to display on the internet, who you purchase it from, and any MSRP markups and DMV fees. View Modify Unit Details pick list is where you can set up the accessory categories. View Modify, you have options for changing the settings for your vehicles for display on internet. If I click this option here, every vehicle that I have on file will be set to display on internet checkbox as true, like in this faction here. Or I can go in and set up all of my used units to display on the internet, or just my new units, or display no units on the internet if I wanted to wipe them out. I can also change some floor plan interest settings. Please keep in mind that these are only calculated amounts and they are not applied to the accounting system. Many dealers will post the individual charges of interest, of floor plan interest, to the units. Other dealers will just post the entire lump sum interest charged on all their units to one expense account. If you're one of the latter, but you still want an estimate of what you paid in interest on a per vehicle basis, you can set up some floor plan interest settings. Select your floor plan company, put in the date of the interest rate, so if you've signed a contract from January 1st to December 31st, and then you can put in the floor plan interest rate. And what this is going to do is on the Financial tab, it will display the estimated floor plan interest for this unit based on how long it's been on the lot. Keep in mind, it's not 100% accurate, it is just an estimate, and it has no effect on accounting. If your dealership takes the interest that's been applied to each unit and makes an entry for each individual unit, then the system will pick up what you've actually paid in interest and will apply that for you. Under View Modify, you can set up price categories. The price categories affect this drop-down list right here where it says Pricing Category. At this point, we only have one price category set up, but it sets the flat pack amount at $5, the pack percent at 5%, the selling markup, and the MSRP markup. Next is the pack aging settings. The pack aging settings allow you to select whether you want a new or used unit, the make and model and the type, and then you can say the pack on this unit, if it is from 0 to 90 days or whatever days that you want to set, are going to be set at 10% or whatever particular percentages that you want to set those at. You can set up different pack aging settings for different make and model units. Under Tools on the menu bar is a Unit Transfer utility. This allows you to transfer units between company entities. First, just type in a stock number and hit Tab. Next, read and verify that you are transferring the correct vehicle. In this case, the vehicle is at company number 2 in Profit Center or lot location B. And we will transfer that to company number 1, lot location D. If you need to change any account numbers for the new company, do so at this time. When everything is set and correct, just click the Transfer button, and all history and information on that unit will be switched from one company to the next. The Print option on the menu bar allows you to quickly print a laser buyer's order or a vehicle purchase order or any reports or do any configurations of those reports. This is a quick jump to specific reports, so you don't have to leave the inventory system and go into the reporting module and then retype the information about the stock number that you wish to print in the reporting module. The program option allows you to jump to different modules. Just highlight the module you wish to open and left click. This is, again, a shortcut that saves you from going back to the system menu. The help function on the menu bar allows you to search our knowledge base. When you click the knowledge base, it will launch Internet Explorer. You'll be able to log in with your username and password and type in questions. The messaging system takes you right to the Systems 2000 email editor. If you want to create an email and attach pictures about a stock unit, just click the new email where it says stock number, type in your stock number and hit enter. And you'll see that all of the images that were attached to that stock number have now been attached to this email. Just type in the to email address. If you want, you can even put in a customer's name and a subject line. When you're done, hit send and return to your vehicle inventory module.